This is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
With me in your head because I didn't.
No, I did. I told you.
Hear any of this. This is all like completely new stuff. So weirdo. I feel like you need to move over more because the thing's right in your face. $10 seconds.
This is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Thanks for joining us this morning. GovsRadio.com is the website. You can see our show there live right now. The Knockem Comedy Radio Show, also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
I'm Danny Bonaducci, and you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes, this is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
The Knockem Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge. Located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic food, great atmosphere, just a great time all around. The Knockem
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
What will you experience at a Knockem Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
Have a great night or what?
Good. Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. You had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants, and more. Contact Knockem Dead Comedy for your event today. What will you experience at a Knockem?
This is Ruth Buzzy, and I'd like you to know how much I love the Knockem Dead radio show coming to you live on govsradio.com. Oh, you make me laugh. You really do. Oh, please. I can't do this anymore.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Voice, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie. Hey, how do you say there, people?
Hey, Tony, you're not funny. And you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and hey, Tony.
Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
Whoa. Adam Snare said, "Good morning, knockers." I can't believe it. Hi,
Sorry.
everybody.
I just had to move this for a second. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. It is Friday. It's Friday. It is August.
Okay, hold on. I got this. 27th.
August 27th. It's Friday. It's going to be a great weekend. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown. Govs.com. That is the website to go to see what's cooking over here at Governor's in Levittown, or the Brokerage in Belmore, or McGuire's in Bohemia. Joe DeVito is playing one of the clubs this weekend. Joey Cola is playing one of the clubs this weekend. There's a drag show here on the patio this weekend. There's all sorts of good stuff going on. Go to govs.com and get yourself some reservations to see some of the great shows here. Don't forget, Tracy Morgan's coming in January. All sorts of great stuff. Govs Comedy Club Radio. That is the name of the YouTube channel. That's where we'd like you to go, because that's where we're reading your comments and interacting with you. That's where we saw Adam Snare say, good morning, knockers. Jeff Bosey's there, and Joe Beansy is there. Adam Snare says, Mr. Bosey, hope you had a pleasant and fulfilling birthday. Yes, happy birthday, Jeff Bosey. Adam Snare says, you converted me to knockers, Tony. Plus, I don't want to get banned from the studio for disobeying you. Nobody gets banned from the studio for disobeying me.
Oh, I'll ban him.
Yeah, all right. Sallie bans people.
Yeah.
She's the
I'm the banner.
Yeah, she's the banner.
When's he do his show? Tom.
What?
When's the
Tom who?
Galati?
We're talking Adam Snare.
Oh yeah, gosh. I'm foggy today. Sorry.
Are we gonna talk about that?
No.
Oh. I wanted to talk about that.
You did?
I did.
All right.
Well, first off, I'm gonna mention that I was all proud of myself. The picture I posted to promote today's show is a picture of Andy Plagianos, a funny picture of Andy Plagianos, at least in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And, put his name on it, said, you can see him today, and put some of the words like they were coming out of his mouth there. Well, I'm going like that. And it turns out he's been telling me for weeks, but I forgot anyway. Andy's not here today. Mm. He's been telling us for weeks, and I totally forgot.
Why isn't he here? What's he doing?
He has to go to court.
Oh. That's not good.
Because he beat that guy up. You don't remember that?
No.
Yeah.
Did he deserve it?
Probably. If you piss off Andy Plagianos, you deserve it. No,
Yeah.
he's got. I think it's open. Like the school. School is coming next week.
Orientation. Where you walk and see where your kids' classes are.
Yeah, it's not the first day of school. It's just
it's
come
where you
on
go
in and see and learn
and
your way around type shit.
I'm doing that with Kevin this coming Monday or something.
Why?
But I don't know.
He's going to be a junior. He's been in the school this will be his third year in the school. What are you going to go there in advance for?
I don't know.
Jeff Bosey says Tom is on September 3rd. That's right.
That's right.
September 3rd, you can see Tom Galati on the big stage for the finals of the Long Island Laugh-Off. And September 3rd, you can go in a little room, see Mike Keegan, Carla Okerson, Tim Saliani, Rich Rader, and Jeff Bosey, and see their show. Speaking of Mike Keegan, it's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike. He turns the big 49 today.
Wow.
Yeah, you didn't know that, right?
No, I actually thought he was younger.
Yeah, I think he's only like 32 or something.
Yeah, I thought he was much younger.
Yeah.
Oh.
32? He's mid-30s somewhere, but yeah, I was just making it up.
Oh.
So happy birthday. And yes, and Jeff had his big birthday surprise. We couldn't talk about it on the air because it was a surprise party. They had a surprise for Jeff Wednesday night. They had a little birthday thing. Mm-hmm. We had to be here. Well, you had to be here.
I had to be here. You had to be there.
I had Knockem Dead comedy stuff to take care of, so we could not make it, unfortunately. But we did our part. We actually contributed to the bill.
Oh, nice.
So that was our little gift to Jeff. So happy birthday, Jeff. Hope you had a good birthday and a good surprise party. And happy birthday to Mike Keegan. Go see him September 3rd. Now, speaking of governors, September 25th will be a big night here at Governors. They are having a special 40th anniversary show. 40 years of Governors. The one, the only, Jackie the Joke Man Martling will be hosting the event. Well, I take that back. Headlining the event.
Okay.
Jackie the Joke Man Martling is headlining the event.
Nice.
40 years of Governor's comedy right here in Levittown. So that's a pretty big deal. I don't know who else is going to be here for that. But I will tell you that Jackie will be in this room with us a few times leading up to that show.
Oh, okay, great.
We've been talking about him coming in at least once a week leading up to the 25th. Mm-hmm. He said yes, but we have not figured out what days exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a big deal. And even if it's just Jackie on the 25th, make your reservations. That's a fantastic show. we have a murder mystery that night, so we will not be here for that.
Oh, okay.
Unless you wanted to do a green room thing or something with Don or something. That's up to you.
I'm not working the murder mystery show.
You normally would be.
It's a big sound system show or a little guy.
It is a big sound system show.
Okay, that's me.
Okay. All right, just double checking. Oh, and speaking of green room, we are on tomorrow night. Don and I will be here.
I'll be here.
You're going to be here?
Mm-hmm.
You're killing me.
I know.
All right, I'm talking about it.
All right, but don't say too much.
All right,
Like,
so...
okay.
All right, so... we're like editing ourselves live on the air. So we weren't on yesterday. Sorry about that. And then even Monday, Tuesday was better, but Monday we were a little off. And even today, Sallie was not supposed to be here. Saturday after this past Saturday afternoon, Sallie was in a car accident, and she has a concussion.
So I'm stupider than normal.
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't know, really stupid.
So she's here right now against my wishes. She was here last night for Almost Irish against my wishes. She just said she's coming in tomorrow for live from the green room against my wishes. When you have a concussion, you kind of have to lay back a little bit. You got to take it easy for probably a good week.
I have been resting.
Not really. But that's why we didn't come in yesterday. But you didn't even rest. We decided not to come in yesterday, but you didn't even rest.
I did a little bit.
Not really.
Yeah, not really.
Not really.
Yeah, day before I rested.
But
well, yeah, no. Wednesday, I think I rested a lot. No.
Yes, I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, and she's been talking to you guys about Cindy. So Sallie's got a lot going on. And we talked yesterday and said, look, and I said, you got to get some rest. You got to pull back a little bit. I said, don't come in tomorrow, meaning today. I said, don't do the green room on Saturday, and then let's see where we are on Sunday before we make a decision about Monday's show. And she agreed. Then Andy reached out to us this morning to remind us he wasn't in today, and that's when she's like, I'm going to come in. I said, no, you're not the boss of me. Don't tell me what to do.
I did say that. I said, because he said, don't come in. I'll just do the show by myself. So I said, well, you're not the boss of me, and I'm coming in. But not in the mean way you make it sound.
I didn't make it sound like a mean way. I just made it sound like a bratty way. So, and tomorrow, you don't need to be here tomorrow. I can do this with me and Don.
I know.
It is going to be fun, because if we get the drag queens in here, I'm throwing them all on Don's lap. So it is going to be fun. And then when we did talk about you not coming in, I'd forgotten about Almost Irish. So when you were getting ready to go, I was like, oh, shit. Why didn't I just tell her I'll take care of it?
Yeah, and I actually feel like mildly better today. But like last night, like the three Irish guys were looking at me like, because like seriously, I think my eyes are going in different directions. And but yeah.
Car's totaled.
Yeah.
Concussion. She's got some pain. Luckily, the boobies are okay.
Boobies are okay.
Thank God.
Nothing happened to the boobies.
Surprised it didn't protect you, like extra.
Maybe it
big
did. Can you
airbags.
imagine what would have happened if I didn't have my boobies?
That's a statement right there.
I should put that on the report.
Can you imagine what would happen if I didn't have my boobies?
My airbag didn't go off, but luckily, my boobies saved the day.
Well, they always save the day.
They always make everything just a little bit better.
They do. They really do.
Yeah.
Give me a minute. I'm just going to stare at them.
No, stop it.
Adam's Nurse's Almost Irish was hilarious yesterday.
Oh, wasn't it?
When isn't it? Yeah, the Dennis Rooney at 10 years old trying to join football.
They're
that was pretty
funny. They're just so funny. In fact, the week before, I actually had to say to them, stop talking before the show. Because they're so funny just walking around each other that like I'm like, oh my God, that would be so funny for the show. Just
Mick
shut
Thomas is just, Yeah, even when he's not on camera, he's just a funny bastard.
They all are, and they have this like great combination. Like, first of all, there's 3 guys, and they have this ability of making it a really tight show without talking over each other. I don't even know how they do it. I think they've just been working with each other for so long. That said, all of them are hilarious, and what's really endearing about it is they have this like great combination of they love each other so much. Yet they feel so safe with each other because they're all, comics, that they go at each other like you would like your own brother,
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just magic. So I never
they really are
mind.
great guys.
Yeah, I just,
Hilarious.
they're so
I
funny.
think the show has improved since they came into the studio.
The first show was fantastic.
And I'm half kidding there. Because I'm just bragging about Gov's Radio. But please.
Oh, you mean like when they were doing it like in Zooming and stuff?
Well, I'm just boasting about Gov,
yeah, it's
saying
definitely better in
it's
here.
better. But that's the thing. That's why I said I'm half kidding. I do think it is better. Not that it was bad. It was hilarious originally, but
Zooming,
it
just doesn't
zooming's
work
a
for
bitch.
anyone. It's not on them.
So it's just better when co-hosts are next to each other instead of zooming.
Yeah, you're sitting in your own living room. Your dog's walking by.
But just even chemistry-wise, you may not hear something a guy said, or somebody cut out, or 2 people are speaking because at the same time there might be a delay. Right.
Yeah, one mic is lower than another.
Some people don't even have mics. You just hear, it's just the room noise.
So yeah,
so it is better.
It's
Since
definitely
they're
better.
Please hit the thumbs up icon, and please hit subscribe to this Gov's Comedy Club radio channel, and then tell everybody you know to like this show and like all the shows. Today is Friday, so like Films on Tap, that's on tonight, or Live from the Green Room, that's on tomorrow. All the great shows at Gov's Radio, Gov's Comedy Club Radio on Facebook, Gov's Comedy Club Radio on YouTube, govsradio.com. Govsradio.com, we got that new website going. Been having some growing pains, but we're going to start working on that again in the next few weeks and get that going for you. Adam says, hope you're feeling better soon, Sally.
Thanks,
Bosie
Adam.
says you're okay. Jonah Gold is checking in. Bosie says, oh, by the way, yes, I did say when I got to the place. So wait, I'm not performing? Yeah, what was the story there, Jeff, for your party? They told you, they told you were performing? Was it Rich Walker that said, hey, I need somebody to open for me? But then it was weird because then the day of the party, on Wednesday, the day of the dinner, the restaurant they had reservations at had a water problem.
Oh.
So they had to close.
Oh.
So Rada, at the last minute, he then called another place,
Okay.
Changing Times in Farmingdale. It's been there a long time. I used to hang out there 30 years ago, and I loved the food and the place then. Rada says it's still fantastic there. He hangs out there. So they moved it there. But I know they got Jeff to the surprise party. Yeah, had
Under
something
the
to do.
stipulation of him doing stand-up?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just curious what was the story they told Jeff? Oh, we're moving from Belmore to Farmingdale.
Was he surprised? Did he buy it?
I think he did, yeah. It was Walker. I was totally fooled, he said. Sally, you need to get some rest, says Beansy. Tony got this. When Beansy tells you to get some rest, he means...
He's talking to someone else.
No,
he always does.
No, he's talking to you, but in his version of rest means go to his kitchen and cook him food.
Yeah, that's true. I just feel like foggy and my, I don't know, my short-term memory is it's like a little screwed up, but...
Oh,
I
right.
think it's just normal concussion stuff. Like I feel like the first day I didn't feel anything, and then the next day I was like, ow, and then
the next day I was like, ow,
and so there's like stuff going on with my like arm and back and stuff, but and neck and head. But I just thought it was that, and then I started
neck and head and arm and knee and butt and face and shoulders.
And then I feel like what was it? What was the night that?
The accident was Saturday.
Tuesday. So Tuesday night I felt like I almost threw up. And then so the doctor's like, yeah, that's all concussion stuff. And then they said a concussion could take 2 weeks to a year to go away. Like, what?
Well, there are sports figures, man, who get a concussion and they're never the same.
Yeah.
I always think about Ryan Church. He was a player on the Mets. He was a good, solid player. Young guy, seemed to really be moving up.
What did he play?
He was an outfielder, if I remember right. And I forget what happened to him. Did he get hit by a pitch? Or did he have a collision in the outfield?
Right in the head.
Yeah, and he ended up with a concussion. The guy was never the freaking same, man.
Yeah.
Never the same. Ended up floating through a few different teams and then faded away.
I think about that. Like, I don't want to say anything to the Irish guys, but like both Mick and Dan are into like
each other,
physical stuff. Like Mick, MMA boxes or something like that,
Yeah.
and
Dan's a wrestler.
Dan's a wrestler, and I think to myself, like, because I feel like
Dennis is physical too. He works at a deli.
I feel foggy that if I were them, I mean, their wit is so on top that why would you risk losing? Like, if your love is stand-up comedy, like, why would you risk losing that wit by someone hitting you in the head?
Oh, that's a good point.
Well,
I know for Dan, it's, at least if I'm not mistaken, it's a little bit of a between the comedy and the wrestling. I believe he has the
it's
two
the same
careers,
love.
and he survives.
He doesn't even get hit in the head with wrestling, but like Mick, I'm sure he gets hit in the head. They should stop that.
I agree. So Beansy says we make fun of him when he's finally paying attention to us, and we're making fun of him anyway. And then Taz is here.
Oh, hey, Taz.
Taz is saying hi to everybody. Hi, Taz. We haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. We've been enjoying your drawings. You had a good one the other day of, I think it was an old one that you reposted with Shiloo. And what was the show? The Red Light or whatever that was called? Eric and Brett Lindros retired because of concussions. Right, yeah.
Who said that?
Adam Snare said that they were hockey players.
Yeah.
Concussions are no joke, he says.
Yeah, like I feel like a little bit more down.
Oh, on Monday, man. No,
Like,
that concussion was here on Monday because on Monday you were.
Yeah, remember I was driving
were
here because I didn't know.
Grouchy, you were.
And I couldn't figure it out. Like normally if I'm feeling like I'm being a dick, I know why.
Well, yeah.
So like I'm driving here with you, and I'm like in a bad mood, and I don't even know why. Like I had no idea why, and then it wasn't until I started getting shoulder pain and all this other stuff, and then the doctor's like, "Yeah, you have a concussion." I'm like, "Oh, well, that makes sense," because like. Normally, I'm not saying I'm never in a bad mood. I'm just saying that there's always a reason. Like, someone's pissed me off in some way. You all know who you are.
You all know.
But
She's talking to 4 people, me and 3 other boys. And maybe a dog.
Who don't put their glass in the dishwasher. I'm kidding. So, yeah. So, like, normally, like, there's, like, a reason. And I'm just driving here, and I just felt, like, depressed and angry. Yeah, and I didn't know why.
Yeah, right, because it was Monday afternoon you went to the doctor, right?
Yeah, and he was like, give me all the things that you're feeling. And he's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's what he said.
That's what it was Dr. Spicoli.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah,
you got,
dude.
like, a concussion, man. You got, like, a stomach ache in your head, man. That's a Little Rascals line. Oh, Jeff says he wants to call in and take up 4 minutes about Wednesday. Jeff, you want to call in and talk about the surprise party? That's fine.
Yeah, call.
I was more than prepared to do the show by myself today. I was going to open up those phone lines. I was going to tell jokes to kill time.
Oh, no, not like jokes.
Well, yeah, I figured
Like,
you weren't here.
bump jokes or like...
Well, yeah, that's all I got.
But you wouldn't remember the punchline. It would just be awful.
What do you mean? I don't
It
screw
would
up jokes that often.
Go on like 1,000 years longer than it should. Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. No.
Why?
Oh, I think he is. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And there it is. 4 minutes, go.
Hello, birthday boy.
Hello. Good morning. How you doing?
How's it going?
Good. Good. Great. Terrific. Awesome. I'm so sorry that Sallie's trying to hit people with her car.
She was actually not even moving when somebody hit her.
Yeah, I'm sitting at a light at Jericho Turnpike, and I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden this car comes slamming into me.
Slamming.
And the lady even said, she's like, totally my fault. My bad.
These things suck. But So I was totally fooled. Walker texted me earlier in the week and said, "Listen, I got a show. Don't tell anybody." And I was like, "Okay, I won't tell anybody." He's like, "It's you, me, Tugboat Manny, and Chris Monty." I was like, "Oh, cool. I get to work with Chris Monty." Not Rich Walker. Chris Monty I was worried about. And he's like, "It's at this place, it's at a restaurant, and so on and so forth." And I was like, "Okay, cool." He's like, "Get there 7:30 sharp." Fine. I was like, "Do you want me to get there early to help you?" "No, you know how I am with my equipment, and I don't want to, you know how I am. You don't have to worry about it. Just get there 7:30. Okay, fine. I check up on Wednesday just to make sure. I was like, "You sure you don't want me to give you hands?" Like, no, I got this. It's real, no problem. But the problem is that we had to move it to another place. But the whole thing is, he goes, "It's for a real estate firm." And I was like, "Great. I can change my garage sale joke to estate sale joke." I'm like, "That's the big change."
You're like all excited.
I get all excited. I was like, "Yay, I get to work."
Thematic.
And then it's like I pull up, Rich Walker's sitting. I was like, "Oh, great, you're here. You're on time." And he's like, "You're the first one here." And I was like, "Well, okay, I'm sorry. I'm usually on time." Right. He's like, "Have you ever been here before?" And it was at Changing Times. He's like, "You ever been here before?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, about a couple of years ago with Rich." He goes, "It's great. It's like it's got this little room," and I'm already in my head going like, "It's a bar. This is going to suck."
But it's a gig.
Like, well, so he goes, "Let me bring you inside. Let me just show you the little area. I'm all set up. We're all ready to go." And so he brings me in. I walk. I don't see anybody till we turn into that little dining area.
Right.
And then there's everybody sitting at the table, and my mouth dropped.
Nice.
Everyone's like, "Hey!" I was like, for 30 seconds, my mouth is open. But within that 30 seconds, I'm going in my head, "So wait, I'm not performing?"
And I love how he mentioned the guys you're working with were not there.
Exactly.
Like the whole time you're like, "I miss Chris Monty."
Chris Monty's not here for my birthday.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Favorite
it's
part
sad.
of
I
my
should've
day
looked-
was Chris Monty.
It's sad. I should have looked throughout through Facebook throughout the early days. He was sitting on the beach somewhere with his family.
Well, he figured the way to entice you to get there would be to tell you you're working with those guys. If he said you're working with Keegan and Rada, you probably wouldn't have gone.
Well, things are debatable. But you know what? That we had a great time. Don showed up and everything. It was a great time. And thank you very much for the $500 gift. It was very well appreciated.
It's my pleasure. All of you can just line up and start to blow me.
Well, that's why Carla took a
money
picture
for
with
that?
my mouth open for 30 seconds. So you can print it out, cut out the hole, and...
And it is a great place. It is just a bar, like you said, but they really do have good
The
food.
food's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good. And then, of course, Rich had to suggest, like, "Oh, my God, Jeff, this place was meant for you. Look at the menu.
Oh, everything had cheese?
Must-have burger. It's a cheeseburger with mozzarella sticks on it."
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So it worked out that the venue had to change.
Yeah, do you love mozzarella sticks more than Chris Monty? That's the question.
That's a hard yes.
No, you have to think about that.
You didn't even have to think about that.
Like, that's a hard yes. So, but
Very
you
nice.
want to know what? That was from my birthday. But you know what the important today is Mike Keegan's birthday.
It is Mike Keegan's birthday, yep. And like you said,
Yeah,
he's still in his 30s, yep.
That prick is like 38, 39 or something like that today. He's
Good
still
for
in his
him.
30s.
He's got the whole life ahead of him.
He's got a hole, all right.
Yeah. We're almost dead.
And if you noticed, nobody set up a surprise party for him.
Yeah, I know. It's so sad. Or it was like, we feel sorry. We know that Bosie doesn't have anybody. He doesn't have really that many friends. He doesn't have his family hates him. Let's give him a little bit of hope to live another year.
But at least you don't have to like get people to pay. You know, like Mike is doing next week. He's making people come to his birthday to tell him that they love him and paying him no less. People came to you for free, man.
listen. Well, that's the thing because they know I'm cheap and poor. So he knows to reach out to the right people to make sure that they fund his birthday extravaganza. Because I mean, like, come on, he's not that slim. But we love him. We all love Keegan.
Absolutely. And we're looking forward to the show next week that you're performing in, along with Rich and Tim and Carla and who else?
Oh, we got Hugh Van Well, and there's one other. I forget. I can't remember everybody's wonderful names. I just remember like the great people that I love. Like, you know, there's Rich Rader, there's Jeff Bosey, then there's, you know, Mike Keegan, and then Jeff Bosey. Tim Saliani, and then a guy Jeff, and then I guess Carla. We kind of Carla, and then there's Jeff Bosey. That's the main part.
That is the main part.
But either way, listen, I don't want to hold up your day, but I'm glad that Sallie's feeling great. She's capable. She's a woman that's like, you know, solid as a rock. I'm thinking about a boob. And
solid as a
Floridian
rack.
slip.
That's a good point there, Jeff Boobsy.
Well, thank God she was protected by her rack.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye, Jeff.
All right, Jeff, thanks a lot, man.
All right, bye.
Jeff Bosey. All right. So, all right. One last thing about this concussion, and we'll move on.
Okay.
You don't have to come in tomorrow if you for the green room. I mean, if you want to, since I'm not the boss of you.
You're not the boss of me.
Well, then come in if you want. But I personally don't think you should come. Like today, I didn't think you should come. I'm happy to see you. Always happy to do whatever show we're doing together. But
You just want the drag queens in here, like, all to yourself to sit on your own lap.
oh, you're a freak. No, you want to come in because you want to see them on my lap, you weirdo. I hope Mario's here because Mario, we'll stuff Mario in one of those drag queens. We'll never see Mario again. All right, so you actually had stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah, I saw this one thing.
I hope, because you've been complaining that you're foggy.
Yeah.
I hope whatever your story is like 2 years old, and you just didn't realize it because you're foggy.
There's seriously something wrong with you. So, Dancing with the Stars. This is a cool thing.
All right.
Dancing with the Stars. I guess the new season comes out.
Okay.
And they are going to feature a
Jeff Bosey
female team.
They're going to feature a female team.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like a star who's a woman and a dancing instructor who's a woman.
Oh, so, right. So every pair that dances is a team?
Yeah.
So for the first time, they're having a same-sex dancing couple.
Yeah, they're having this...
it's Melissa Etheridge and Ellen DeGeneres?
No, younger. Her name is JoJo Siwa.
Get back, JoJo. JoJo what?
With her high heel shoes and her low neck sweater.
Yeah, see, I threw her off.
JoJo Siwa.
JoJo Siwa?
She is a... let's see, what does she do?
JoJo Siwa.
She's on like Nickelodeon and stuff, but she came out in January.
Sounds like a different language. So JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
JoJo Siwa.
Okay, stop talking. So then she said, they asked her, they said, oh, okay, do you want to be on Dancing with the Stars after she came out and stuff? And she said, sure, I'd love that. Because she's actually a dancer. Like she kind of does that for a living a little bit, so it should be good. And she said that they said, do you want a female partner or do you want a male partner? And she's like, oh, female. And so she doesn't know who her partner is going to be because you find out like that night who you're paired up with.
Oh.
So I just thought, and then an Olympic, one of the Olympic athletes is going to be on there too. I don't know what she did. But yeah, I thought that was cool. Like, that'll be the first time. I actually kind of figured it kind of already happened, so it's going to be kind of nice.
I don't really pay attention to that. I don't think I've ever watched it.
I watched, like, the first season of Dancing with the Stars. Like, I think What's her name? Allie something or other from Cheers.
Oh, Kirstie Alley?
Kirstie Alley. Yeah.
She was on there?
She was on there, and I think I saw that season, and because it's so strenuous, she was having trouble with her weight. I don't know what's going on with her now, but she was kind of heavy. And so the thing was to teach her how to dance, to be on Dancing with the Stars, but also how to like eat better and live better and lose weight. And she lost like a ton of weight that season too. So it's just an interesting season. I haven't really watched it since.
Andy Pagano says, a moment to say hi to you all. Where are you?
Is he in the parking lot?
Did you turn the phones back off?
Yeah, who complained?
Guess.
Yeah, that's why.
He says he has news to tell us.
Monday.
Well, Monday, if the Zoom is working, we have a guest.
Oh, who?
Well, a few weeks ago, like a week or two ago, I told you about a movie that's being filmed down in Florida called Mandy's Voice, a short film about a single mother raising a teenage girl with nonverbal autism, based on a true story. The movie, believed to be the first of its kind in the United States because the crew and most of the cast are on the autism spectrum. It's the first movie ever to have this authentic representation, including the lead actress. She's autistic, 24-year-old Rachel Barcelona.
Is she going to be the guest?
Rachel Barcelona will be the guest.
Nice.
The woman who I think is producing the movie, her name is Roxana. She will be a guest.
This is big.
And the actress playing the mother. It will also be a guest.
So 3 people are Zooming in on Monday.
3 people Zooming in on Monday.
Wow, that'll be exciting.
God, I hope the Zoom is working.
Me too.
So
maybe we could test it Saturday night.
Well, I'll be testing it today.
Oh, you're staying after?
Yes.
Who are you going to test it with?
My brother.
I told you.
Yes, you did, which is why I asked him.
I know. I think I sometimes I come up with really great ideas.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Even with foggy brain. The woman playing the mother, I believe, is the same woman who played the madam to that whorehouse on The Sopranos. I believe it was the first season.
There was a madam?
Yeah, in the first season, there was one episode where John Hurd, who played the cop on The Sopranos, who played the detective that was on Tony's payroll, he hooked him up with this, high-end whorehouse. What do you call that? What do you call a high-end?
A lady of the evening boss.
Yeah, she was the madam. But
Yeah.
what do you call you don't call them a whorehouse. What do you call them? A gentleman's establishment? I don't know what they're called.
Ew.
But I believe that's the woman playing the mother. I believe it's the same woman whose name escapes me right now, but I will have it. I will have it for Monday. But speaking of autism, I'll top your Dancing with the Stars partnership, woman-woman partnership. Google is teaming up with Stanford University in an effort to make its workforce more neurodiverse. I didn't even know that was a word.
Neuro?
Neurodiverse. That's the word.
So brain diverse?
Kind of.
Okay.
Google, the technology giant, said recently that it is launching a new program aimed at bringing more people with autism into its cloud workforce and supporting them better.
Why not? I mean...
Google Cloud's Autism Career Program. Through that program, the company said it will work with experts from the Stanford University Neurodiversity Project, it's called, part of the university's medical school, to train as many as 500 Google Cloud managers and others who are integral in the hiring process to work with autism, and the support will continue if the candidates are hired. In addition, there will be changes to the interview process for those who are part of the Autism Career Program in order to be more accommodating. Candidates with autism may receive extra interview time, be offered questions in advance, or be able to do their interview in writing.
Ah, that's beautiful.
These accommodations don't give the candidates an unfair advantage. It's just the opposite. They remove They remove an unfair disadvantage so candidates have a fair and equitable chance to compete for the job.
They should do this for introverts too. I'm serious.
I suffer from introvertness.
I need the questions ahead of time, and I just want to text you because I don't want to talk to you on the phone or in person.
Statistics show that only 29% of those with autism have paid employment. That's pretty tragic.
I mean, not everyone with autism is like amazing in math, but if you are, like, why wouldn't you work for Google? You know, there are people with autism that, you know, are doctors and,
right.
You know, if you're so great at, like, that's the thing with autism, you might be great at like 1 or 2 or 3 things that are better than anyone else. So why not?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
why not? From Google's point of view, why not tap into that type of skill?
Some of them are geniuses in certain aspects, but even if they're not, they can still handle certain tasks just as well as anybody else.
Yeah.
So there's no reason why they couldn't get certain jobs.
I mean, like I've said, like, you know, Sammy, you know, is my favorite roommate. She puts like everything away, you know. So yeah, you can totally handle a lot of stuff.
Oh, thank you, Adam. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. A brothel.
A brothel?
That's the word I was looking for.
I thought that was like an old term, like on what's that series we liked? It was a town called like Deadwood or something. Is that it? Didn't they call that a brothel? Back in the day.
Did they? I don't know.
Yeah.
In Deadwood they called it? I don't know. But no, I believe that word is still.
So, but does high end mean brothel, or brothel is just a whorehouse?
No, if you're going to talk about like a high end whorehouse, you would say brothel. Like if you just say whorehouse, you're going to picture some dumpy piece of shit where you pay $20. Where this is something, you know, where you have to have money to go to. Like, yeah, so you would say brothel to give more of that image.
Okay.
And that's what they had on The Sopranos. It was there was that one episode where they spent like almost a whole episode there, and then the woman got the cops came in and busted the place, and the detective got arrested too, and then John Hurd's character, and then he was so down on his luck, and he eventually, it might have been the same episode, he committed suicide. He jumped off that bridge.
Yeah.
But anyway, I believe that woman who played the madam, I believe she's playing the mother of this movie.
Nice.
The movie is called, did I say it?
No.
Mandy's Voice. That's the name of the movie. Rachel Barcelona is the 24-year-old lead actress who is on the spectrum. So she'll be on along with the actress who plays her mother and the producer of the movie, Roxana.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah. Simply put, it's a bit classier to say brothel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You're pissing off DJ D-Love. He's claiming he has not called in at all this week.
He didn't call in Monday?
He didn't call in Monday? No, I think
did
he
call in 5 times a week before? Because it's on a scale.
Last Friday was his show, right? What's today's date? 27th?
There's no way he didn't call in.
Yeah, last Friday was the show, the 20th.
There's no way he didn't call in.
I think he called in. DJ, I think you called in on Monday, and we talked about how much fun we had on your show. I think so. And he's not calling in today?
I have a concussion.
Wow. All right. DJ, Monday, we promise. Well.
All right. Call in.
Call in today because we have guests on Monday, so it might be hard.
Yeah.
All right. So while we're waiting for DJ, got some weird stories.
You do?
Unless do you have something else?
No, that's all I had because I didn't know I was coming in today until 10. So because I was gonna like totally stay home.
Because you shouldn't have come in?
Yeah.
Is that
So
what you mean?
as I was, getting all ready, I was Googling stuff to help you today. So I only found one thing.
All right. So we've had a few interesting things going on since we were last on.
Really?
Well, first off, the sad news that Charlie Watts had passed away.
Yeah.
That was sad.
Not a bad life. And you know what? From what I've heard over the last week. He didn't have the hard life that all those other guys had that had to like stop drinking and
The
stuff.
hard life? Yeah, the hard life of partying and being rock stars?
Yeah, like he
and
had
having sex with thousands of women?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard life.
He had like, he had a wife of
He had a normal life.
He had a
Yes,
normal
he had a very-
life.
He was probably the only normal guy in the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, he loved his wife. He had
Yeah.
a great, like, probably better life, I think. You
He
know?
didn't really lead the rock star lifestyle.
Yeah.
He wasn't even really a rock drummer. He was his first love was jazz, and he did a lot of jazz on the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and was
You can
that
see
was
that
his
as
approach.
he
yeah.
went as he played. He wasn't like this, like, killer of.
Right.
He was more.
But he was a solid drummer, like Ringo. Not flashy, but solid timekeepers. And Mark David Hirschman, that son of a bitch.
What? Leave Mark alone.
He posted. So sorry to hear about Charlie Watts, although, like me, most people never even heard of the guy until a couple days ago.
That's not true. If I heard of the guy,
I know.
everyone's heard of the guy.
I wanted to punch him. He lives right down the block or something. We should go punch him in the face.
Right in the face? What if he gets a concussion?
Been done. It's a piece of cake.
Yeah. Now I felt like I drive a little bit differently. Even though, like, it wasn't
What?
me. I was just, like, sitting at the...
What do you mean you drive differently?
Like, I was sitting at the light when I got, like, barreled from behind.
You got barreled from behind, baby.
I got rammed.
Then you had a car accident.
Right in my rear.
You had an accident in your rear.
I had to, like, fill out the report. I was hitting the rear. I'm sitting there giggling, filling the shit out. Yeah, so...
But, no, what do you mean you're driving differently?
Like, I don't know.
See, this is why you shouldn't be out.
No, I don't mean I'm driving bad. I mean I'm driving, like, more cautiously because...
Oh, I thought you meant because of the concussion, you're, like, passing out while you're driving or something.
Well, there was that moment a little bit the other day, but I'm
my
not doing
goodness,
that
how'd I
anymore.
get here? Are you serious? Did you have a moment? Yeah. Well, all right, tell me about this.
No.
Well, you brought it up already. I already know.
Yeah, I just felt like really lightheaded.
Yeah.
And then, but nothing happened. I was just one of those moments like, oh, when Tony said I shouldn't be driving? Yeah, but I was fine. I think it was the heat too. It was like really hot.
It's been
because I'm okay. So I'm
crazy hot here.
borrowing. My car's totaled, so I'm borrowing. And not to say my car isn't, a piece of shit before the accident, because it was. But my sister Cindy's car is like a bigger piece of shit.
Is it?
Yeah. So I'm borrowing Cindy's car, and there's no Freon in this fucking car.
Oh.
It's fucking killing me. Hello, DJ D Love.
Hello, Sally. How you been? And no, you're not calling Monday because Monday the phones are off. So it's my first time calling.
Yeah, you
This is
sure about
the
that?
first time we've talked to you since,
Yes, it
since
was.
your birthday?
Yes, the phones are off on Monday. I try to call them. The phones are off.
Wow. Well, I can't believe it's been a week already since you were here.
Yes, actually, it was great. I had a great birthday, and it was so good.
Glad to hear it. Now, what's,
And I got to,
yeah, go ahead. You
I
got
want
some
everybody
news?
to know, I want everybody to know that everybody watching me right now, like I told you during the show on Monday, last Friday, I
Yes.
did trademark my name and nobody has it. So there you go. I
What
trademarked
did you say?
DJ Love and nobody has it.
So you,
Now I'm going to pay the $315 and I'm going to have that name from now on.
Oh, you changed your name.
He trademarked the name DJ D Love. So that's
Yep.
official now?
Good for you.
Almost, yes. I had to pay the $350.
You had to pay
And it'd be
$350
official.
$350 to change your name or to
for
trademark
a
it.
trademark. Yeah, wow. But
Yep.
it'll be worth it.
Yeah, it's your name. You came up with it. So what happens? Let's say some guy in Florida starts calling himself DJ D Love. Like, do you get to sue him for $1 million? Like, can you
nobody
make
can
the
use it, no.
$350 back by suing people?
Well, but Sally's right. He's not allowed to use it. DJ can contact.
Nobody can use it. Nobody can use it.
Right. He would contact this guy and say, "Hey, that's my name. Legally,
That's right.
you can't use it, sucker."
yeah, DJ D Love should retain a lawyer and
Just in case.
just in case, and sue people all over the world. Can you imagine just making a living doing that? Just protecting your own trademark name?
So I want to say to all my fans out there, so I like to be the losers against me. So I am the champion now on Gums Radio. Just remember that. Nobody can beat DJD Love. Nobody got no challenges no more. You guys are all done. Let me tell you that right now.
Good.
No more challenges. I give up my title championship belt to myself. There you go.
Who won that day? Did you actually like?
DJ won. Yeah, Dennis. Jeff tried to
I don't know. I
battle
think
with
Jeff
him,
was
and
pretty
then
good.
and then who else battled you that day? Did somebody call in?
My friend DJ, my friend at the Fox Post called in.
Right.
It was garbage.
Yep. And Beansy chickened out. Right. He didn't even bother coming in. He was so scared.
Didn't Don do
Yes.
it like the week before? That
Well,
was a good one.
Don did it on the Green Room show. I don't know if anybody heard that, but yeah, Don was going to try and call in that day. He couldn't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But Don would definitely give DJ a run for his money.
Yeah, he did a good rap.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, Jeff was all standing with all mad because DJ Love comes up with a new one and another one in his head. That's what comes Jeff lost. That's how come Jeff lost automatically because he got a paper. Remember, DJ Love comes up with the rhymes in his head and thinks about it before he speaks.
So now that he's trademarked his name, he's going to talk about himself in third person now. I don't know
Yes.
that I can do this.
DJ D Love, do you have a rap right now to get our weekend started?
Yeah, I got a perfect rap for you guys today.
Excellent.
It's about all these losers.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Yo, my name's DJ Love. I just beat all the Gubs on the radio. I'm the Knockem Dead on last Friday. I like to be a loser. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The champions in the building. What you guys gonna say when I run right over you, brother? What are you gonna say when Jesus Love comes in the building? What are you guys gonna do when I come back in the building and try to battle around me? Guess what? It's over. I'm the champ. DJ Love is the new champion. No more challenge, you suckers. Yeah, man, DJ Love is the place to be. Nobody can beat me no more. Challenge is over. Every single one of you can't down me no more. So why? DJ Love is the champion of Ghost Radio. You punks. Let me tell you, DJ Love is the new champion of the world. Yes, that's right. I said that. Yeah.
Yeah. DJ D Love, nice job.
Sucker.
All right, DJ D Love, thanks for getting our weekend started with some rapping, and have a great weekend, pal.
Oh, one more before I leave.
Yep.
You know what I say? All you guys ready, you suckers.
Suckers! There you go. You just can't get your weekend started without a little DJ D Love.
Yeah, you can.
Beansy wants to know if you need meds. Joan is late, but
Ooh, they're giving me drugs.
Yep. Joan is late, but she made it in time for DJ D Love. Adam Snare claims that he already owns the trademark. See you in court. Oh, I'm glad I didn't read that when he was on the phone. Friender is
That's actually like a
joined us.
profession.
What?
You know, like there are people that make a living. Like a new company will come up. Let's say, I don't know, Apple's a new company, and you know that it's gonna start to really grow. You're like, oh, look at this company, it's going to grow. I'm going to like take their email address, apple.com or something, you know?
Well, yeah, I don't know if they do that so much anymore.
Yeah.
That was a popular thing when the internet was first starting off.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember Paul McCartney had to pay somebody a lot of money because somebody was smart and grabbed it.
Yeah.
And they owned the domain, paulmccartney.com, and he had to pay the guy off. So, yeah, Andrew Friender is here. That's right. Joan says
Andy.
DJ also won the scratch-offs. All right. So, So I mentioned a couple of things were going on since we were last on. We mentioned Charlie Watts had passed away. Also passing away.
Uh-oh.
The CEO of Monkey. What was it called? Monkey Rum? Is that what it was called?
What?
Something like that. The CEO of a rum company.
Okay.
This man, 46 years old, he was at Citi Field Tuesday night. Not for a Met game, but the Dead and Company were playing. That's former members of the Grateful Dead with John Mayer and some other people.
Oh, wow.
And this guy, he was by the railing, on one
Did
of
he
the
fall
levels,
off?
he was showing off to his friends that how well he can do a backflip. So he starts to do his flip, flips right over the railing, falls 60 feet to his death.
I don't even know what to say to that. That's just crazy. The friends were probably like,
He just jumped off the railing.
they're like,
He jumped off the rails.
so this is Tuesday night at Citi Field.
Tuesday night at Citi Field.
Like, did they stop the game and stuff? Oh, it was after. It was at the concert.
Can I just call you Foggy from that one?
Yeah. So it was after the game, during the concert.
There was no game.
Oh, just a concert?
Just
Because,
concert.
like, sometimes they do that. They have, like, the baseball game, and then,
Yeah, but-
like, Huey Lewis will play afterwards.
Yeah, but that's like lesser known bands.
Huey Lewis?
Or bands that aren't in their prime anymore.
Oh.
They'll just wheel out a big stage. But no, for something like the Dead and Company,
It's a
you'll fill
concert
the
hall?
Yeah, you'll fill the whole stadium, and they have seats on the field.
So did they stop the concert?
No,
Or
why would they stop the concert?
some guy died?
Well, first off, it's his own stupidity. So you don't stop concerts for stupidity.
Like, if
no,
someone
this wasn't,
pushed him off,
this wasn't
they would stop
well,
it?
maybe then they would stop it. But this was off, on one of the sections. This wasn't, on the floor. Like the band probably couldn't even see anything going on. Beans just said, I never heard of a perfect rap. And then he says, oh, what a way to go. Yeah.
Imagine being mid-air, like you have no idea you're just about to die. Like oh, I'm just doing a backflip, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, self, I should have landed by now.
My guess is that it probably happened so fast he barely had time to even realize
I
he was
bet
about
you
to
there was
die.
a good 5 seconds in there where he
5
was.
seconds?
How long does it take?
Well, you got to figure. But when he starts
60 feet?
when he starts the flip, and then you figure there's got to be a second or two there before he realizes,
60
hey, why am I not hitting the ground? Then by the time I bet you
it's 3 seconds. 60
feet. Yeah, I bet you it's only 3 or 4
60
seconds.
feet
before he
divided
hits
by
the ground.
9.8. Yeah, that's like, yeah, sure.
What? Do that again? What?
Gravity divided by height. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. 9.8.
Should be, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. You're the geek, not me.
Yeah.
I'm betting that he really didn't register.
No, I bet he did.
Yeah?
I bet you, because 3 seconds is
I
a
bet you he
pretty
was
long
also
time.
drunk, so I still say he
On
didn't
his
register.
own rum.
Yeah,
In his 40s, too.
46. Well, what are you doing backflips at 46? Just
Yeah.
watch the show and stop being stupid.
Yeah, just eat chips on the couch and
well,
have
you
a
can
beer.
go to the concert.
and
What are you doing flips for?
Don't do flips past.
Near a railing.
No one wants to see a guy do flips past, like, 9. Like, who wants to see that?
This was not the first time somebody had died at the Met, where the Mets live.
But first time someone did a backflip without knowing and landed. Oh, like, did you find out, did he, like, land on people? Like, you're sitting there watching a concert.
Can you imagine?
And, well, that's how I feel like when I, having the car accident the other day. Like, just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm, like, can you imagine just sitting there watching the concert and some dude falls on your head?
Well, yeah, I told you that.
No, what?
That happened to me.
How did that happen to you?
We were at Citi Field. This is a few years back.
And some dude fell on you?
He jumped on us. They were shooting, those cannons at sports events where they shoot the T-shirts out? So they shoot one. Joe Murphy's to my
from
right.
above is different than some guy just barreling into you.
Well, yeah, somebody didn't fly down from 60 feet. I'd be dead.
Yeah, I wondered. Did
But
he
you're
hit
asking you're asking about someone landing on your head, and that's what happened. The T-shirt came flying. It was coming right for me and Joe. Joe Murphy's to my right. One of us, it was just one of those moments where it's yours.
You're like, if I catch it, I'm giving it to my friend Joey. That's what you're thinking. Like,
Yeah,
you have time to think that. And I hope if he catches it, he gives it to me. Like that?
The shirt was worth $10. I'll gladly give it to anybody. I don't really care. But it's a fun in the moment thing. You just want to catch it and have a laugh.
Yeah.
So we both got our hands up. All of a sudden, just like that, all of a sudden, there's just a quick blink of darkness. Next thing I know, I'm on the floor, and Joey's on top of me, And then the guy, it was a guy from a row behind us. He actually dove on top of us to catch this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's an awful feeling.
Why, to this day, we didn't beat the shit out of that guy?
Yeah.
I don't care if I would have ended up, getting arrested.
Right.
That we should have turned
You were
around and beat the
assaulted.
shit out of this guy.
You were assaulted so he could have a T-shirt.
I was, and it kind of
Were you
ruined
in pain? How many years ago was this?
Oh boy.
It's got to be more than 9, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I mean, Citi Field opened in 2009. So, yeah, it was probably 2010 or 11. Maybe it was 2009. It may have been. Plus, I was already an amputee at that point.
Yeah.
I was so... It ruined the night for me. I was so mad.
Right.
The stupid T-shirt was worth diving on people for?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Was it
I
like
was
a
mad.
teenager?
No, this guy was around
an
our
adult
age. He was
who,
our age.
isn't a fully functioning adult.
Mhm.
Yeah, that blows.
Yeah, I was pissed.
You could understand, a stupid kid not knowing.
But again, this was not the first time somebody died at the Mets' home. Somebody climbed the foul pole at Citi Field once and jumped to their death. In 1989, a woman did that at Shea Stadium. And then twice. No. Twice at Shea Stadium, someone flipped off the escalator and fell to their death.
That's a really tall escalator. That's like...
In 2008, a man, his family claims he was just standing there on the escalator and somehow fell off the railing off the
Yeah,
side.
that happens all the time.
Bullshit, he was just standing there. That was 2008. 1985, a man was sliding down the handrail, and he ended up falling off and died.
People are so stupid.
I guarantee that's what this other guy was doing. I was with Joe Murphy once at a Met game, and he was sliding down the handrail, on an escalator that wasn't working. He gets to the bottom, and there's 3 cops standing there. They weren't even there for him. They just happened to be standing there.
Yeah.
He gets to the bottom. The 3 cops just turned, and they grabbed him. I'm standing up at the top. We were 20. Yeah. I'm saying I wasn't going to do that, but I was just standing there watching. But I see them grab him. I just take off. I didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
But I took off anyway, because that's what you do when you're that young and stupid.
Yeah.
And then he didn't get in any trouble. They just told him to knock it off, and then he found his way back to me. But it was just so funny. He lands off and there's 3 cops. But yeah, so there's been...
Yeah, but at least all those people, kind of, they climbed up something. There was a risk. It didn't end up going their way. But this backflip guy, such a shock.
All these people are stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid to commit suicide. It's stupid to slide down the handrail of an escalator that's up, 100 feet.
Sure.
So they're all stupid. I have no sympathy.
Yeah. Awful.
There's always risks when you're doing something stupid.
Yeah.
It's always stupid to do something with risks. It's risky it's a stupid risk to be stupid.
To keep talking.
Jeff Bosey said, I never slide on any rail. How come ass cheeks are vertical and not horizontal? Because when you bounce down the stairs, your ass would blah, 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 blah. That's a joke I used to tell him.
Yeah, I've been in 4th grade too.
Ever see a woman die for a stupid banquet, a bouquet at a wedding? They're out to kill. Yeah, she's right about that.
There's only 2 people.
Joan said
There's
that,
only
though.
2 kinds of people at weddings like that. The women that got dragged up there and they stand back, and then the women that go diving for it.
Taz?
There's no one in the middle.
Taz says she caught a bouquet when she was 10, and this extremely fat chick bulldozed me over and ripped it out of my hands. That happened at my first wedding. My wife at the time threw the bouquet, and a cousin of mine in high heels and a tight dress, she came running in. There was nobody catching that thing except for her. She came running, and
Did
she was...
end up getting married afterwards?
She was screaming.
Did it work?
She's been married, I think, several times.
I always feel bad with because you have the redneck wedding murder mystery, and that's part of the of the show, where the audience members stand up there and they catch the bouquet, and then whoever catches it, you use for other things. And when it's like a kid that catches it, I'm like, oh man.
I know it always ruins it.
Yeah, you should tell people ahead of time, like, get the 10-year-old out of there, because the whole show is gonna be fucked up.
If the 10-year-old catches it, fine. Give the 10-year-old a prize of some sort.
But then pick someone else.
And then have her give it to somebody else or something.
Or like have her tag someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles Goonan's watching. Hello, Charles. What was your major at Five Towns College? My son goes there, and I'm proud of my son, so I wear Five Towns College shirt.
Yeah, what's with him attacking you first time out? Leave him alone, Goonan.
Speaking of attacking, Spencer Eldon. Spencer Eldon. You may not know the name, but you know him.
I do not know the name.
Nirvana, the album Nevermind. Spencer Eldon is the baby in the pool.
Oh, really? Whose baby was that?
Mr. and Mrs. Eldon's.
Yeah, but did it have anything to do with had that happen?
Oh, where did they find Spencer from? I have no idea.
Yeah, did they use their own baby? Did they just find a picture that was already taken?
No, this was taken specifically for the band.
Yeah.
Spencer Eldon is now suing the band and Kurt Cobain's estate, claiming he was exploited for the picture. This album...
Who's the parent? Wouldn't he just, sue the parents?
What, his own parents?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because they must have signed waivers. You can show my child's penis.
I'll get to that.
Oh.
Court documents allege the band knowingly produced, possessed, and advertised commercial child pornography depicting Spencer, and they knowingly received value in exchange for doing so. According to Eldon, photographer Kirk Weddle took pictures of his naked body in poses highlighting and emphasizing Spencer's exposed genitals. The suit further alleges that Kurt Cobain agreed to redact Spencer's image by releasing the album with a sticker strategically placed over Spencer's genitals with the text, "If you're offended by this, you must be a closet pedophile." Such a sticker was never incorporated into the album's cover. Interestingly, the suit cites album covers for the Scorpions' Virgin Killer, Blind Faith's album, also called Blind Faith, that was Eric Clapton and Steve Winwood, and Van Halen's album called Balance as other examples of previous controversial campaigns used to promote music with sexually explicit material depicting a child or outright child pornography. Neither Spencer or his legal guardians ever signed a release authorizing the use of any images of Spencer or his likeness, and certainly not of commercial child pornography depicting him.
Where have they been since?
That's my issue.
It's been decades.
Eldon claims that the image has caused him to suffer lifelong damages. According to a 2008 report, Eldon's father, Rick, was paid only $200 for his child's modeling work. In adulthood, Eldon has recreated the famous cover on multiple occasions. Though he has the word "Nevermind" tattooed on his chest. Obviously, his view of the iconic image has seemingly changed in recent years. In 2016, he told GQ magazine he was pissed off about the picture. Quote, I've been going through it my whole life, but recently I've been thinking, what if I wasn't okay with my freaking penis being showed to everybody? I really didn't have a choice. So now, in addition to financial compensation, he wants the band to alter any future versions of the album cover. Because the album, I think it's this year or next year, is actually going to be 30 years old.
I was just going to say, that's what I was like. It's got to be 30 years old.
He's seeking $150,000 from each of the 15 people and companies named in the suit. He alleges the members of Nirvana knowingly produced, possessed, and advertised commercial child porn.
Explain that part again. Do that What do you mean?
They knowingly put out a picture of child porn.
Oh, okay. But I thought you were making it sound like that was something that they were into, which...
No, he's just saying that's what they did. And they received value in exchange for doing so.
I wouldn't say porn, right? It's just
I
a
don't
naked
think
picture.
it's porn. His lawyer is asking Nirvana to do what Nirvana should have done 30 years ago and redact the images of his genitalia from the album cover.
I mean, the parents totally screwed up. Like, I would never put a picture of my kid out like that, ever. You would never put a picture of your kid's genitals out for the world to see, ever.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
But.
So it's their fault.
But. There are plenty. There are plenty of
Penis.
pictures like that one.
No, there aren't.
Sure, there are.
The only thing I could think of, who's the chick you like?
No. Well, what I'm saying is there are plenty of pictures like that where you see a baby's ass, a baby's penis, a baby's vagina, and it's not.
Where?
There's plenty of there's other photographs have been taken. There's artwork, and you don't look at it as, oh my God, that's pornography.
I don't recall that. Like
you don't. You're telling me you looked at that picture and thought that was pornography?
No, I didn't think it was pornography, but I actually thought it, like I was 30 when it. How long? Yeah, I remember 35, maybe.
25.
I don't remember 25. I remember like thinking, oh,
20, yeah.
I didn't even have kids then, and I remember thinking I wouldn't do that to my almost child. Like I wouldn't do that. So like, yeah, I think it's totally on the parents, and I don't think it's pornography, but I wouldn't do that. And because it's not their, you have to think they're gonna. And I actually thought about that like a lot when when Facebook first came out, and you post things about your kids and funny things that they say or do, but then all of a sudden as the 4-year-olds turn into 15-year-olds, and you get that memory every day, like that you could like repost it or not. There have been a couple of times where I'm like, I'm sure 15-year-old son wouldn't have wanted me to say what he said at 7. So like even that, and that's just like funny shit. It's embarrassing.
First off, you're asking me where I've seen those pictures. You've never had a friend or a family member show you a picture of like their baby's first bath?
Sure.
There you go. That that's not sexual. That's the same thing. It's a kid.
I still wouldn't have even done that. Like I still wouldn't have even shown a picture of a bath of like, because you take pictures like now you could take like a million pictures off your phone, but when our kids were little, you actually had to go get them developed, right?
Right.
So like even when I took pictures, I made sure that like there was a cloth over them in the bath, because you wouldn't do that. You showed pictures of your kids yoo-hoo. I wouldn't. It's embarrassing.
Embarrassing to who? It's
to
a
the
baby.
kid when he grows up.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
And that's what this kid's saying.
But that's the thing. I understand what you're saying now with social media. But like us, if our parents took pictures of us naked getting our first bath. I
would not want that.
Yeah, but it's not like anybody would still going around 30 years later, look, I got the pic. You see the picture once in a blue moon, you're like, oh, look at that. Maybe a friend or somebody makes a silly comment, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
But I don't know.
I don't agree. Like even like I was going to say before, Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Like I think she was the baby on like some suntan commercial.
Okay.
Where on the bottle of the suntan lotion is a picture of this, like I think she must have been like 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah.
And she has a sunburn, and they pull the bathing suit down to show that now she's burnt. And you see like her crack and stuff, and I'm like, I wouldn't even done that to her. It's like as parents, you shouldn't do that stuff.
But it's not like there's a big difference between a picture like that and then a picture of Jodie Foster 15 years later, if she's doing that. Because 15 years later, you're developed.
Yeah.
You have things that you should be hiding. As a baby, I don't want to say it's cute, but there's a humor to it.
There is a humor to it. Fine, I'll give you that. But like that kid, I totally see his point. I didn't even mean to do that.
I'm sorry, but
we all see his point.
Well, then you're right. Then sue the parents. The parents are the ones who
parents
did
are
it.
the ones who
They got
fucked up.
paid to let this happen.
$200 to show this kid's yoo-hoo.
I'm sorry, but first of all, like you said, it's 30 years later. The guy has joked about it since. He's recreated it since. He has the tattoo. Sorry, pal. It's 30 years later.
He recreated
Move on.
it with his yoo-hoo hanging out? Or he had a bathing suit on?
I think with a bathing suit, but I'm not positive.
All right. Well, if
But
he's had fun with it, then
move on.
all of a sudden he's being kind of
This
dicky.
is obviously a cash grab. You know what?
Don't you think he deserves something? Like Nirvana has like, they're millionaires, right? Am I wrong?
Oh, of course they are.
So
and
they're
that album was
millionaires.
huge. But
a lot of people bought that album because of the album cover.
okay.
You know, it's a really good album cover. It is. You know, it's eye-catching. And you're like, oh, what's this? And so wouldn't you think out of all those millionaires, someone would give this kid $1 million?
I'm not denying that it's a shitty deal. $200.
He got a shitty deal.
Although these at the
but
time,
without him saying yes.
But at the time, nobody knew who Nirvana was. They were not a big band. The parents got $200. They figured, this is a good deal. Who knew this album was going to explode into what it became? Who knew it was going to be this legendary thing?
It'd be a nice gesture.
It would be a nice gesture, but it's not. They don't have to do that.
I don't think so either. But I think it'd be a nice gesture to everyone cough up, $200,000 for this guy.
And I don't feel Nirvana should be sued over it. He should, like you
Nothing
said,
about his
sue the
parents?
parents. No. And to say that, to throw in child porn accusations.
Yeah, it's a little much.
Sorry,
but
that's a bit much.
It is a little.
It's not.
No, it's not porn, but it's.
It's not porn at all.
It shouldn't have been done. It shouldn't have been done.
I don't know if I'd even go that far. There's nothing wrong with this picture. There's nothing sexual about it. Unfortunately, I'm sure there's plenty of perverts out there.
There's no way you
who
showed
got
a
off on
picture
it, but-
of your naked daughter in a bath to any of your relatives. It just what didn't happen. There's no way you would have done that. You knew better, so stop saying people don't have to know better because you knew better.
I may have shown close relatives like my mother. My mother probably she may have been there for one of their first baths.
Well, I think that's a little different than showing people pictures of your.
Well, yeah, I didn't hang it up on my
daughter
wall, but again, I don't see a problem with the Jodie Foster thing. I
don't see a
it's
problem with the
different
Jodie Foster
time.
thing
It
either.
was cute. I didn't see it, so I can't really say. But I definitely wouldn't say that's pornography.
No, but
if she's 15
but I do think,
or even 10 and up, it'd be like, all right, I don't know if we should do that.
I think your job as a parent is to certainly really low-level parenting is to protect your kids, with stuff like that.
Granted,
Really, that's
but
almost like the least you could do. Like if you forget to give them broccoli one week, it's one thing.
Well,
but if you are
that's the
selling,
thing. Yeah, but there's a
selling your
lot.
kid's body for $200,
They didn't sell the body.
kind
There's a
of.
lot worse things a parent can do than just have them pose for a picture as a baby with their little wee-wee sticking out.
Oh, I don't know. I think
There's a lot worse that
no.
can be done to a kid.
Set them on fire, I guess.
Yeah,
but
you could set them on fire. You could beat them. You could sexually abuse them. You could kill a dog in front of them. I mean, there's plenty of worse things that could happen.
I don't know.
Plus,
I would
fine,
rather get beat as a baby than find out that my dad made $200 selling my naked body.
if this guy
Picture.
if this guy is suing $150,000 at 15 people.
Oh, what's that going to come up to?
I don't know. I didn't do the math.
Yeah.
But if he's willing to do that, you know what? Another route he could have taken, which a lot of these old actors who don't get work anymore do, like Eddie Munster. He hits these conventions all the time, and he makes money off autographs and stuff. This guy could have done that.
It's a different phone, so I'm not sure if it's going to work.
A different phone. You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay. What did it say on the ID?
Westchester, New York. I think it's just, it came up on a different
A
different line.
Butch Patrick, who played Eddie Munster, I don't think he's acted since the Munsters. But the guy hits all these conventions and makes all these appearances, and he gets paid, to take pictures and sign his autograph. And
sure.
I think this guy could make the same living as Butch Patrick. The kid from the album cover. He can hit all these conventions. He can sign autographs, take pictures with people.
No one would go for that.
Plenty of people would go for that. All these Nirvana fans, people, if he's at a convention, people aren't going to go specifically for him. But if he's at these big conventions that they have
You're
now.
You're going to give him $30 to get an autograph and a picture taken with
Me
him?
personally, no.
Yeah.
But I guarantee there are plenty of people out there that would pay $20 for a picture with him. I guarantee it. Enough that he could make, I bet you he can make $100,000 a year.
I think it would be a nice gesture if they just gave him some coins.
It would be a nice gesture, but does he have to sue? No. I think this is a cash grab. And again, the accusations I think are extreme. And then on top of that, yes, I guarantee they will then, there will be anniversary releases and re-releases, and I guarantee the album cover is going to have to be changed.
Yeah, which is a shame because it's a great album cover. If he was compensated, then everyone would be happy.
I think Dave Grohl and what's his name?
Dave Grohl is someone who completely gives himself to so many organizations. He should just give him
and the other surviving member of the band, what was his name? Chris Novoselic? Is
Grohl the only one still left that's been around? How many people?
That's why I just said the other surviving member of Nirvana.
Just one other?
Yeah, it was only 3 guys in the band.
Okay.
I think the two of them, Grohl and Novacek, I think they should recreate the cover with their penises hanging out.
That would be funny. Yeah.
Or throw a dog in there or something. See, that's okay. Why is it okay to have a naked dog in photos?
There's something really wrong with you.
Well, put a sweater on the dog. I don't want to see the dog's junk.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
All
right, so let's see. Let's go back to some of the comments here.
I got a question before you do all
all right.
Read all the comments, and this is totally shifting gears.
All right.
But so now I have to go to in the same building. I have to go to a chiropractor and a physical therapist.
Okay.
Like this is what the doctor is suggesting. Go to a physical therapist. Go to a chiropractor. Just to make, because they took a bunch of X-rays and they're like, you're going to need some help.
Okay.
So I went to and you do it like all in 1 hour. So I went to the chiropractor first. And I've never been to any of this stuff. So I went to the chiropractor first. I went to a physical therapy next. And they were very different. So what do you guys think about chiropractors and physical therapists? Because it was almost like good cop, bad cop. Like I go to the chiropractor first, and he's cracking my back, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
The chiropractor?
Yeah. And even the very next day, the only one of the things that was like a new pain on my body was exactly where he felt the need to crack my back. Like they always tell you when you, and I just thought about it before because I was cracking my knuckles while you were talking. And I'm like, they always tell you, don't crack your knuckles. It's not good. And then so why is this guy cracking my back? Like grandma told me not to crack my knuckles.
I thought that was an urban legend. Not to crack your knuckles. I thought.
I don't know.
That it leads to asthma and all that stuff. I've been cracking my knuckles forever.
Yeah. So, and then I go to the physical therapist, and I'm like, all right, well, that was weird. And kind of hobble over to the physical therapy department. And I sit down, and they put this warm thing over my shoulder.
Tell me more about this. This sounds like a porn.
No. And
put a warm compress on my shoulder, and then she gave me a massage.
Shut up.
Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
It was the only good thing about my day. Don't ruin it for me. Oh. And they the therapist manipulated muscles and stuff, and it felt like it's like when I was driving home, I was thinking, okay, this is the first time my arm hasn't felt tingly.
So she's basically making you feel better from what the chiropractor did.
Yeah. So the chiropractor, they're both guys. The chiropractor was like, I don't know why, and then the physical therapist was like, it actually helped. So, like, am I missing something about? Is it just something I have to get used to with the chiropractor? Like, because I feel like he's gonna like fucking crack my neck open.
I could be wrong here, but my limited exposure to this stuff.
Have you ever done any of that? The chiropractor? Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Really?
I hurt my back on the job once. Nothing serious, but something that took a little work.
So am I just being a baby?
Yeah.
Because I was like, ow.
But to in my opinion, and I'm not knocking them, but I'm just stating what I believe, that a chiropractor, they're almost like a Band-Aid. They just, all right, it's almost like a temporary fix. We're just going to, put a Band-Aid on it so you can get back out there and do what you do. Where a physical therapist, it's almost like, they're more of a permanent fix. This is the problem that we need to correct.
Yeah.
That's how I've always looked at it. And for me personally, yeah, I've done a little bit of both, chiropractor and some physical therapy. For me personally, physical therapy has worked better.
So I'm not crazy.
Oh, you're crazy.
Because you hear people like, oh, I can't wait my back hurts, I have to go to my chiropractor. And I was always like, oh, what's that about? Like, they're like, oh, I live and die for my chiropractor. Go to this office.
I do know people like that
people
live and die by the
yeah,
by
like
their
that's what I love.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes this better. No one ever says, oh, I can't wait to go to my physical therapist. Like, I've never heard anyone say that, ever. Like, I can't wait to get back to my physical therapist so that they could make me feel better. They always say it about the chiropractor, but I don't understand how popping my backbone, which seemed fucked up to me.
Physical therapy.
And the physical therapy was so good.
But physical therapy to me was always more work. Because you're working, you're doing things to fix the issue. Where chiropractor, you just lay there and they twist and turn and bend and manipulate you. Physical therapy, you're working the muscles. You're up and moving to if you have a leg problem, like whatever it is, you got to move.
Oh, maybe the physical therapist hasn't reared his ugly head yet. Maybe he was just like, oh, I'm your physical therapist. Here, let me put a warm compress on you. And like when I go back the next time, he's going to make me run. You know what I mean? So maybe I haven't gotten the full...
You haven't gotten the full treatment from your physical therapist.
In my rear.
Hi, baby. My name is Biff.
Where were you hit? I was hit in the rear.
Let me take care of your rear. Let me just light some candles and put on some Marvin Gaye.
Oh, that'd be nice. I like Marvin Gaye.
Let's see. Andrew Fremder, I know a midget that died from falling off a curb.
Remember the whole Atkins diet, the no-carb diet?
Yeah, then
that's
that
how
guy
he
ended
died.
up dying. What? He got hit by a car or something? Didn't
No, he just
What?
was walking along. He went to like walk off the curb, like you normally do. Like you just like leave the sidewalk and you walk into the road.
He got hit by a bus or something, didn't he?
No, stop
Oh.
it. And then he just like tripped going off the curb. Like it.
Really?
Yeah, like instead of walking off the curb, he fell off the curb because someone was walking with him.
Yeah.
And on the way down, he just completely didn't put his arm out and he landed on his head and he died later.
See, you take all this effort to take care of yourself.
Yeah,
You're
everyone
gonna die
thought
anyway.
he was going to die of like
Everybody
a heart
drink
attack.
and eat chocolate.
Like the guy like lived on bacon. Everyone thought he was going to die of like a stroke, but he ended up dying, falling off a curb.
Andrew Fremder, Charlie Watts isn't rolling anymore. Goodness. DJ is displaying his medals. Fremder, Kurt Cobain was a great artist. You can tell because of the way he painted the ceiling. Oh.
Are you going to keep reading his?
Oh, my goodness.
I can't do anymore.
Adam Snare. Pornography usually indicates or includes something sexual, doesn't it? This dude is going for a money grab. Ironic considering the specific photo. Oh, that's true.
What?
Well, because in the photo, the baby's under the water, and there's a fishing line with a dollar bill.
Oh, going for the dollar.
And it looks like he's going for it. Right. Yeah, that's true. That's funny. Taz says I wouldn't care if my mom posted a kid/baby picture of me.
Really?
That's what she says.
I would. I'd
See,
be
I wouldn't have
mortified.
cared. I don't care now. You want to post? You got any naked pictures of me? Post them. I don't care. I don't have anything that you've never seen. Anybody's never seen before. Mine just might be a little bit bigger than everybody else's.
You just don't want to hurt everyone else's feelings.
That's right. Who was telling me to do that? Remember when I hosted on the patio for Jackie Fabulous?
Yeah.
Who was it? Somebody said something about
showing your penis.
No, somebody said something like, because we were assuming at the time it was going to be an all-black audience. And somebody told me to go out there as the host, and the very first thing I should say, it's this, bald, nerdy white guy. Just go out there and say, okay, oh, well, this is awkward. I'm not talking about, black or white. I'm just talking because I have the biggest penis in the room. And I thought that was classic, but it turned out to not be a black audience. Yes, Jodie Foster was the copper tone baby, according to Adam and Joan.
Yeah, thanks, Adam
Beansy
and Joan.
says he would do Jodie.
Well, stand in line, because that's your wish list.
That is my celebrity pass. But it's a tie between her and Sheryl Crow.
Mm.
It would be a dream at the same time.
Oh, my God. There's internal thought. You could just have it internally.
No, we're on a radio show. Our job is to speak
not
and be honest and
say
pure.
anything.
I just don't know why Beansy felt the need to tell us that. We all took our first bath and potty pics of our babies. Right, Joan.
Not
we
their
didn't post on
badge,
social
though.
media.
Yeah,
Granted,
like
just
Joan,
stayed in
you
family.
didn't take a
Yes.
picture of Danielle's badge and show it to your neighbors. Like, no one does that.
You have any that you've taken recently?
Like, you put like parents put that the face cloth over the genitals and you take a picture.
Adam says
Or
that.
bubbles.
Adam says I'm 100% right. This guy can certainly monetize on the fame. And you can have the kid sign the album cover. Absolutely, this kid could make. I'm not saying he'd be rich and famous, but he could make a living, traveling around to all these conventions, signing the album, posing for pictures, recreating the picture like he's done.
Well, he doesn't want to. He just wants money.
Well, right now he doesn't want to. He's attempted this stuff already. Apparently wasn't good enough, so now he's going to sue for money. Joan chooses physical therapy over a chiropractor.
Yeah, I'm not crazy, right? Like I said, I've never heard anyone say, "Oh, I can't wait to get back to that physical therapist." They always say it about the chiropractor, but
Joan says it again. Stay with PT. Oh, she also says you're not a baby. They can do damage if you have a serious disc or cervical issues.
yeah, I don't want them cracking my neck.
Now, Taz says just get rubbed.
Yeah, right. The physical therapist can rub me today. But
If I said that, you would have a problem with me.
oh yeah, I'd have a total problem with it. You wouldn't be able to do it. You could just go to get your back cracked.
Jeff Bosey says, I always crack my neck waiting for the day I just drop to the floor and forget to stop my DVD. Oh, my goodness. Preemptive rip, Mr. Bosey. You will always love. Oh, R.I.P. Preemptive R.I.P. Mr. Bosey. You're always loved. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, it's after 12:30. We're going to head on out of here. So today's Friday. You got films on tap tonight at 9 o'clock with Tim, Carla, Kevin, James, and John. What's the last guy's name?
I wasn't listening to what you said at first.
Carla, Tim, Kevin, James. What's the fifth guy on Films on Tap?
Jim?
Jim. No, I said James.
Oh.
Does it go by James or Jim?
Chris.
Chris. That's what I said. That's tonight at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow night at probably 7 or 7:30, you will have me and Don live from the green room. Looking forward to having a fun night with Don.
And me.
Sallie will be here too. Stay home.
I'll see. Today was a good day. Yesterday wasn't. We'll see what tomorrow is.
Hope you enjoyed Top 5s last night with Don. Hope you enjoyed Donversations on Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed Christy being in the studio for the first time with her guys.
Yeah, that's why I
on
wasn't with
Wednesday.
you, Bosie. I had to, because it was like 6 weeks ago, Christy from Christy Unleashed said, hey, do you think it would be okay if we all come in and do my show in the studio just this one. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. And then we found out the birthday day was that exact night. I'm like...
And we told Rada we're not available, and he kept it that night anyway, that son of a
Yeah, Tony
bitch
even
bastard.
said, maybe if you change the day, because both of us are busy that night, then we'll go. And then they said, yay, Tony and Sallie won't go. Let's definitely not change the day.
That's what they were celebrating.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed Christy and Mark and Richie in the studio. They need to come in here more often.
Yeah, it was fun.
And hope you enjoyed Almost Irish last night, too. So, please, again, hit those thumbs ups things and please share the show to all your social media platforms. Tell everybody you know about Govs Radio and point them to the YouTube channel. We're trying to build up the YouTube channel.
Don't let your parents take a picture of your point.
Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow night at around 7 or 7:30. Again, Films on Tap tonight at 9. Have a great day. See ya.